Hey everyone, Wilson here from the Mac Mortgage Group, and we always like to spotlight community heroes and things that they're doing. So today, got my good buddy Tommy here. He started a clothing brand, but what's most important is the story behind what he's doing and why he's doing it. Tommy, what's up?
What's up, man? How's it going? It's kind of
Good, man.
crazy.
Good.
It's our friendship has really kind of gone a long way since the days back at Freightliner and stuff, and it's really good to see you being so successful and stuff. So I really appreciate you giving the time and bringing me on. So I live in Vancouver, Washington, but I grew up in a small town called Crescent City, California. It's about 6 hours from Vancouver. About 4 years ago, my buddies, we really kind of got tired of the lack of things for kids to do in Crescent City, and there was this kind of cloud hanging over our town because it had been, the last collapse in 2008 really struck really hurt the small towns, hurt everybody, but small towns first affected, last to recover kind of thing. And we knew that Del Norte County or Crescent City had a really good story to tell, and we just wanted to tell that story. And so my buddy Joe was really instrumental in saying we got to do something. We didn't know what to do, and after about a couple of weeks of thinking about it, my buddy Fred, Joe, and we all own the company together. We came up with the idea that we call it Fog Bank Clothing Company. Joe was actually on his way home from work, and he's seen the fog bank rolling in and from the ocean, so a big cloud of kind of like fog just kind of rolling in. He said, we're going to be Fog Bank Clothing Company, and that's what we named it. And since then we've done a whole bunch of stuff. Our business has really evolved into an amazing kind of story. We got this recent year, we've got new business of the year for Del Norte County, which was absolutely amazing. And we just kind of keep it rolling. We tell stories about the county, our designs, talk about our link to stories in the county and stuff of that nature. So we have a lot of fun with it. We do all sorts of fun things. Our biggest thing is probably the 12 days of finding Fog Bank, in which Bigfoot goes out and hides little Bigfoots, and then people go out and find them, and then they get a prize. And we do that 12 days before Christmas. And so we have a lot of fun with it. It's been a very interesting ride the last couple months, though. I mean, things have kind of changed, and we're making the best of it.
Yeah, man, that's really, really cool. And, even though we're in a global pandemic and we're, have the orders to shelter in place, do you have any advice for anyone that might be wanting to start a business?
Yeah, I mean, the right now it's, when everybody's kind of going crazy and falling apart and things are kind of nuts, the best thing to do is just kind of keep your head and use this time, wisely, and everyone's gonna handle it differently. We're all, no one's gonna be 100% okay with everything that's going on. This is a change. It's okay to kind of feel the pressure a little bit, but this is a great time to spend some time on your ideas, and don't be afraid to just start something, to throw it out there, to get going with it. Most people aren't going to really, when your idea first starts, even great ideas, when they first start, they don't sound great because they need work. You need to work on your story and your pitch. I mean, and you're going to get probably told no a lot of times. I mean, a lot of people, when we start this, it's just like, like that. But when you think about like stories like how Airbnb started, imagine how when they went and pitched that idea to investors, and they did, like, we want to start a business where we put strangers into your home and they'll pay you. That Airbnb, that whole idea, that concept is kind of, insane when it's starting out. But when you think about like how much money they've done and how many times I've used Airbnb, I'm sure you used Airbnb, it kind of mind blowing. So don't let people persuade you about your ideas, and just keep kind of pushing. And if your gut tells you that it's something that you enjoy doing and you want to have fun with it, then just keep going.
Yeah, like here's the thing. Let me ask you this. when you guys started with this idea, did you have any idea that it was going to grow into the business it is today?
You know, to be quite honest, we thought we would just, you know, print a couple T-shirts, talk about it, and be millionaires. You know, we thought it was going to be easy, and that's not the way it works. There is things are not as easy. You know, they are hard. It's consistency. You know, and you have to be honest with yourself about like when you're doing, you know, good work. There's times when at first I really didn't know what to do. I was kind of like frozen with paralysis with stuff, and I would just not really know anything, you know. And I started listening I don't know if you listen to Gary Vaynerchuk. I really like, you know, a lot of his stuff kind of inspired me to like just start creating, just start doing stuff, throwing stuff against the wall, and not being afraid to fail. I think that the inner voices in my head of someone telling me what I was doing or what I was maybe was bad stopped me from really trying to do stuff. And so I think that just don't listen to those voices, and always, you know, hold yourself to a very high standard, and say like, I'm going to continue to get better. This is not the final product. This is just one iteration of it, and I'm just going to keep going and going and going. And so I think that's,
yeah, you know, I mean, like you mentioned Gary V. One other guy I follow pretty closely is Andy Frisella. You know, it's just brutal, upfront truth and honesty. And the reality is, if you're afraid to fail and you have paralysis by analysis, there's no way you can grow and there's no way you can improve. The whole thing is take each step, be it good or bad, and learn from that, and then scale from that. That's how you can get growth. And like you said, it's not easy. If it was so easy, everyone would do it.
You know, we say a lot of things, you know, like, you know, don't worry about what people think. You know, when I always caution when I tell, like, because I coach boys soccer in Vancouver, and Fogbank has helped support them. So while a portion of every sale that we do goes back to our community. Last year, we gave back about $9,000 to the community of Delaware County. I didn't really take a paycheck. I kind of pretty much worked for free for the most part. But at the end of the day, you know, we started this company to give back to the community and do things for kids, and we've really accomplished that goal. And because I'm connected, you know, to Vancouver, and I coach boys soccer, you know, I've helped out them as well. And so when I'm coaching soccer, this idea of like, don't care what people think. You should care, which your close friends, you know, your real friends will tell you honestly. And you have to understand that when you're doing stuff and you're throwing things against the wall, that it may be crap. It may not be great. And you have to be okay with that and say, that's not the best I can do. I can keep going and not let a failure, you know, derail you. You know, I think a lot of people just like, well, I'm just going to do this. This is amazing. Why don't you like it? It's perfect. No, not, you know, it needs work. And that's the growth part of all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, one suggestion too is, you know, find a mentor, right? If there's someone that's where you want to be, that's the person that you want to seek counsel from.
Yes.
Because if everyone's sitting there complaining about their day job, and everyone needs one, right? They do what they do. They got to support themselves. They got to support their family, but maybe they're just not in the same mindset as a person that's trying to grow a business. So they're not the best people to ask.
Yeah, for sure. Finding a mentor and someone that you really that you can trust and you can be honest with both ways, and is so important. And you know, just go seek out those people that are experts in the fields. And a lot of people, even online, like on Instagram stuff, if you message them and be like, hey, I really like this, like what tips do you have and how can you do this? A lot of people are great at just, you know, giving information and helping out. This one thing I've noticed in the last 5 years is that people aren't hoarding information so much. People are giving information freely, and it seems like that for a lot of people, they want everyone to kind of succeed, and that's something that I really think is a good thing.
Yeah, man, dude, you're an inspiration. I mean, and then the mission of your company and you giving back to your community, that's a huge testament as what you and your partners stand for. And for the aspiring business owners, where can they find you? It's like, you know, hey, they can look at your model, see what you're doing, and maybe by looking at how you built things, that they can kind of implement some of those ideas within their own business as well, or what they're thinking about?
So we're on Instagram and we're on Facebook at Fogbank Clothing, at Fogbank Clothing. And then we're on online, fogbankclothing.com. And so you can find us, you can come find us there. It's kind of our little play on words, because, you know, Bigfoot does play a big role in our marketing and advertising. And we would love to have you, you know, come check us out. We are pressing and making, you know, shirts right now and hoodies and all sorts of stuff. So, you know, we have the ability to kind of do that. And so we'll ship everything out. If you're in Del Norte County, which probably most of your viewers here aren't, we do have free local pickup, but that's something that you'd have to be in the county for, and no one's really traveling right now. So.
Yeah, well, cool. So everyone out there, click the links, follow his page, and support him. Even though it's, you know, kind of focused in Del Norte County. Again, he lives in Vancouver. He helps with the soccer clubs and teaches and everything. So the more you support him, the more he can support our local community. Tommy, thank you so much. And man, stay healthy and stay safe.
Thank you, Wilson. Appreciate it. Thanks for the time, man.
See you, man. Talk to you soon.
Later.